Hello, I'm Ruth Travers, Director of Stave House Worldwide, and I'm very pleased that we have Violeta Ruano staying with us at the moment, who is studying the Stave House method. Violeta, would you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, hello everybody, I'm Violeta and I am an ethnomusicologist, and I've been working with Saharawi music for a few years now and working alongside Saharawi musicians of many different generations. And we're starting a very exciting collaboration.
Very. Music in the Western Sahara refugee camps, what's the situation there at the moment?
Music has always been really important for the Sahrawis, and they have been refugees for 40 years now. They were a Spanish colony, then they went through war and they had to go into exile in southwest Algeria. And they managed to build a very exciting place, even though there was almost nothing when they arrived.
Schools, don't they? They actually have 5 schools in
Yes, they have 5 refugee camps, and they've built an administration with primary schools, and now they just recently opened a music school.
Okay.
So it's an exciting moment, but of course they are refugee camps, so the situation is very, very hard, and they lack instruments and proper training, and there's a lot of shortages.
So you have come to stay and observe the Stave House method happening here in the UK, and you've been visiting schools. What is it about Stave House that you feel will be really useful back in Western Sahara?
Well, I think there are many, many things. Yeah, no, I honestly think so. Well, one of the things that it is important for the refugees, for getting help out there, is to be able to provide careers for the children that they're going to be able to take anywhere.
Actually, to take on skills rather than just experiencing music, perhaps skills that are lasting, applied.
Yes, exactly. They can apply, and not only that they can apply in the refugee camps, but that they can travel with them. And I believe that Stave House is a method that actually enhances communication, and this is something that I've been seeing with the children here, is that they can really talk to each other about music following the method.
And also the imagination of the playing with the characters. It's a world rather than just a boring method.
Exactly.
It's
and another thing that I really find that is going to be really useful is the idea of teaching music through stories.
Because that's
the Sahrawis, their culture is an oral culture. They've been passing on knowledge from generation to generation orally, and so this way of teaching them through stories, and also through the kids being able to engage in something tactile, something that they can experience themselves, because
lots of
very
games,
active
lots of fun,
kids, and they are going to want to really be in charge of their own education.
You and I have been collaborating here on actually not just music, but actually English speaking as well, haven't we? So we've been putting together for the Saharan Western Sahara refugee camps. For example, we've been practicing saying phrases like, where does he live, who are you, with English phrases. So we've made games where the children can actually, they're learning to read the notes, but they're also practicing useful
learning to count in
phrases.
English.
Yes, the 1, 2, 3, 4, the numbers. So it's a very exciting project, for all sorts of reasons, I think. What's our first step? You're going back there in February, armed with quite a lot of resources from Stave House, because obviously, Stave House doesn't need plugging in.
That's another thing that I was going to say.
Your word was nomadic, wasn't it? It's a nomadic resource.
So it is actually something that can just be moved from school to school, and their electricity is hard to find, and you cannot really have anything really fancy because of the sand and the heat, and so computers are sometimes very difficult to use, and the boards are just, you know, kids are going to be able to move them around and to maybe share them with other schools.
And Violeta will be taking our roll-up sort of plastic placemat type boards.
Really
they're
cool.
very, very mobile. So for anywhere in the world, they're not solid like this. They can be made solid. You can put them on card or board when you get there. But for postage, they can just roll up, and the children are going to have little rolly boards.
So at the moment what we're taking out there is one big teaching board with 2 sets of magnets, and we're going to be doing 15. We're going to be teaching 30 kids, so in two groups of 15. Yeah. So we're taking enough material for 15 kids.
And we also need to supply percussion,
exactly.
So that they can do that kind of thing.
That's what we're trying to do at the moment. We're trying to do some fundraising.
That's it. So
for instruments and some percussion for the kids, and to pay expenses because we need to pay the flights and
so London College of Music have said that they will help sponsor this. Russell and I, directors of Stave House, have already sponsored this first lot of materials. We're giving these first classroom sets of materials. What we'd like is our Stave House schools everywhere to perhaps take this project to heart, and if you feel your classroom could sponsor a board or a set of magnets or
an instrument, just some percussion instrument.
We would love you to get involved. We'll be running concerts all next year. We've got 4 already beautiful concerts lined up with our students to fundraise, because we will be salarying Violeta as well. We've got to find her salary because she will be teaching on Stave House behalf out there in the camp. So we would love it if everybody came on board with this.
Yeah, because it's really exciting.
It's very exciting.
Create collaborations between schools,
change lives and share
really
music.
Have a huge impact on the Saharawi children's lives.
So keep an eye out for our newsletters. Email us if you excuse me, want to get involved. And Sandblast is a registered charity, so if you wanted to donate towards resources, you could send us, email us, and it's just reference Sandblast really.
What we haven't said what Sandblast is. Sandblast is the charity that I collaborate with, and that they have been doing music projects in the camps for a long time.
And this is a part.
So this is part of a huge picture of music training and education that we're trying to set up in the refugee camps.
So we'll be coming back and hearing all about it, and you'll be sending us lots of
pictures
videos and pictures to see. And we're calling it Stave House
in the Sahara.
In the Sahara.